Hello, it is Sarah Waggle, astrologer and leadership coach here from Moon Astrology Tarot, this time for the moon in Sagittarius. This is February 4th through the 6th. And woo, this is a seriously welcome to fucking February. Also, before I even dive in, I just want to say this is going to be a very concentrated Aquarius month. Like throughout the entire month of February, we will have a lot of Aquarius energy. So if you don't like Aquarius or don't understand Aquarius, highly recommend you familiarize yourself with the blessings and uniqueness of Aquarius. Okay, spoken like a true Aquarius, right? Uh, but all that to say that I am going to be posting, if I haven't already by the time this video airs, a little warning that if you do not like how I speak like authentically, I try to soften it up. I try to be nice, but sometimes some shit just needs to be said. And I'm not trying to victimize myself by talking like using astrology as my excuse, but if all this shit's in Aquarius, Uranus is opposing my moon in Uranus in Scorpio, and all this Aquarius is going to square my Scorpio shit. So if you don't like authenticity, if you don't like my sometimes brash way of speaking, this is your warning. So if you like it or you just want to see what that flavor is going to be like I feel like this is going to be the most authentic Aquarius I could possibly ever be. So anyway, that's your PSA. Consider yourself warned. If you still like me and you're still tuning in, thank you. I love you and I appreciate you. And know that things that I say, even if they sound very brash, very abrupt, or very sharp, it's because I just love you so much. And I want you to be the most authentic you that you can be. So, and that is what Aquarius is about, is authenticity. Like you could have the most like uninteresting hobby to me, but if you're like excited about it and authentic about it, I'm gonna listen to you, right? I don't know if I've ever talked about my research professor from graduate school. None of us wanted to take research class, but it was a requirement. And the professor who taught it, I wish I could remember his name because he was super cool. He was from Tennessee. We were in Michigan. And like he made us love research as like statistics and all of the dumb like stuff that none of us cared about was a part of research, but he made us love it because he was so into it. He was so passionate about it. And that's the thing, is if you are passionate and in love with what you do, and hopefully that is how I convey astrology, spiritual work, energetic work, is how much I love it and appreciate what it has brought to my life. That's why you keep coming back to me and listening to me, even if you don't have a freaking clue what I'm talking about, like 60% of the time, maybe even 90% of the time. Anyway, okay, so let's get into this moon and Sag. But I just wanted to put that disclaimer that if you already are borderline not interested in me, you may be less interested in me or more interested in me by the end of February. So anywho, I'm gonna do my best, but I think this is like, you know, as these personal planets, meaning Mercury, Venus, Mars, or I guess it goes Mercury, Mars, Venus, enter Aquarius, they pass through the threshold immediately meeting Pluto. And Pluto is one of the rulers of Scorpio. And Scorpio is my rising, it's my moon. So I'm a lot Scorpio. um, but so this particular, the 4th through the 6th, we will have Mercury entering Aquarius, therefore passing the Pluto greeting at the door. And I feel like this 4th through the 6th, this couple of days is going to be highly intuitive, highly like downloads. You may even notice already that you haven't been sleeping well because you keep like every time, I don't know, for me, it's like every time I lay down, I get another like nudge or idea that I have to go take notes. I have been relying on note cards and the reminders app on my phone and notes app and my journals and everything to like write everything down because I keep just getting floods and floods of downloads. And this is partly due to you know, Pluto, but it's also a lot to do with Saturn in Pisces. And so I think we can't neglect that. Saturn and Neptune in Pisces. Saturn and Neptune will not meet exact in Pisces. They'll meet exact at 0 degrees Aries, and that is not until 2026. So we've got this stretch of time between now and 2026 where Saturn and Neptune are going to be in the same sign, be in Pisces, and Pisces is water and all about intuition. And so as this moon in Sag, um, as the moon moves through Sag over the next couple of years, we will have it square both Saturn and Neptune in Pisces. And Sagittarius, being Jupiterian, expansion and belief systems and all of these things, prophetic ideas, long distance traveling. So you know that there may be some of you who, if you've got heavy placements in Sag or Pisces or even Gemini and Virgo, you may find yourself like wanting to really broaden your horizons and really maybe outgrow some way of thinking or some way of believing, right? And so there's just so much going on here. And a lot of it is what I'm experiencing, not only with myself, but with people around me and people in the world around me, is people think there's something wrong with them, like mentally. And there may be, right? There's a lot of potential for delusion. But I think a lot of it is that people's clairs are coming online, like clairaudience, clairvoyance. I don't know the rest of them. I really need to look that up because I keep talking about it and yet I don't. But like it's all seeing, all hearing, all you know, I think there's one for the olfactory, you know, smelling and whatnot. And I think that as we get into more into the Saturn Pisces moment or a few years, like we're going to see people's like psychic potential come online, and yet they think there's something wrong with them. They think that they're just overstimulated. They think that they are on the spectrum or something like that. I'm not saying that people aren't. I'm saying that maybe there's a different way of looking at things. And that is what Sagittarius is all about, is having a different way of thinking about things or processing things. So when we have these moons in Sag, this is also going to be a very waning moon because we do have a new moon coming up in Aquarius on the 9th. And so, you know, you may feel very introspective and really kind of sifting through or processing through, like, what the hell am I actually feeling? What am I actually receiving? Potentially for some heavy duty downloads, right? And Aquarius with the sun there, Mercury is now going to be there, Pluto. And by the 16th through the 18th, we will have a huge amount of energy in Aquarius. So, and Aquarius is all about innovation. It's all about being a visionary, you know, all of these things. And it's like, everybody's got a gift to bring to the dinner party. Everybody's got a gift to bring to the community, right? And so your gift may be coming through this waning moon in Sagittarius, and it's up to you to kind of receive that and be with that. So anyway, that's what I'm feeling. I'm feeling a lot of powerful energy lately that's been a bit overwhelming for me, admittedly. I've been kind of restless and all that. But I do have my new desk, so I have a ton more workspace. It's adjustable, so I don't, you know, I hate to admit what your camera was sitting on prior to this desk, but anyway. Basically I had a TV tray with a couple of boxes that had housed my laptop while I filmed these videos for you guys. I didn't like it. I was always afraid that I was gonna flip my hands around and flip my laptop. But there we go. Let's see what's up with the Star Trek Next Gen Tarot and all that. Of course, you can look for the Aquarius new moon, sun, and rising sign forecast video here on my YouTube. And what I want to say to that is that those are not just for this new moon, but those actually are as much about Pluto and the next 20 years. And so I think you can get a lot from knowing what house this new moon is going to be in on the 9th, but also what house or area of your chart will be Pluto for the next 20 years. And so, yeah, so let's see what's up with the tarot. And here we go. Magnifier loaded. Ooh, the Emperor upright. William Riker. Let me just draw this one for one of the moons a couple of moons ago, or a moon ago. The Emperor upright. It's strengthen your convictions, strengthen your leadership. I think I've mentioned it before. Like, that's why I call myself a leadership coach, because I support my clients in being the leaders of their life. And you don't just necessarily need to be a leader as in like a public figure, but leading your own life, right? And Aquarius is all about like being authentic, being yourself, being your unique being. And I think I feel like that's what this card keeps referring to, is like, being your unique, authentic self and being the leader of your life. Listen, as we move into this crazy, whatever we're in right now, the more you are able to tune in to your intuition and things like that, the more resistance you're going to get. And it's up to you to stand your ground and be yourself no matter what, right? Like, I'm in a small town. You think these people give two craps about astrology and spirituality and energy work and clairvoyance and all of these things? Like, people look at me like I'm nuts half the time because they're stuck in their old ways of being. That's okay. And it's also okay for me to be me, right? And does it suck and piss me off? Yeah, of course it does, because that's just me. So let's see what kind of oil we can get. If we draw Melissa again, we're in for a ride. I did use OpenAI Chat GPT to get some alternatives for Melissa. And if it comes up again and I don't know what it is, then I'll use Chat GPT live right here on the video to show y'all. I was resistant to it, and not really resistant, just hesitated, mostly because when I get into something new, like, I take forever to get on board with something new, but once I do, I'm like addicted to it. Like, it becomes my drug. So I kind of resist getting on. I was like late to Facebook. I didn't get on Facebook till like 2010. I didn't even do MySpace. But at the time, the internet was not very accessible for blind and visually impaired. So it wasn't until Facebook and then smartphones that made the internet a little bit more accessible for people who are visually impaired. So that's why I missed out on the MySpace train. All right. Let's see what oil of support we got going on for y'all. Orange. Yep, citrus oils. It says alleviates and invigorates. Yeah. Yeah. I think citrus fruit's really important right now in general. Lemons, limes, oranges, tangerines, grapefruits, those sorts of things. Like, I know there are lots of pharmaceuticals where you can't eat grapefruit. Like, I totally get that, but there's a lot of the need for us to have energy and to keep our mind clear. And I'm just as guilty as the next guy for reaching for sugar and caffeine versus reaching for fruit, or high energy foods. Like, I'm totally just as guilty. But also, this is great for cleaning. If you get citrus oils or citrus fruits combined with vinegar and water, it's great for cleaning, and it's much less toxic to your nervous system. So if you're wanting to, change things up in your home, definitely get on the citrus and vinegar freight train, and eliminate some of those toxic chemicals from your household. And it just makes everything smell good, and it's natural and not that fake perfumey, chemically smelling stuff. And so definitely think that orange oil is good. Or like I said, any kind of citrus, like I said, tangerine, or whatever. So anyway, that's what I got for the moon in Sag, February 4th through the 6th. Of course, check all the links below for all of the things. And I will talk to you on the next one. Thanks for tuning in. Bye.